fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Deku, and well, quite a bit happened in the last part. Deku was living in a dorm room or a dorm household where he stayed there by himself. Until Principal Nezu decided that it would be best for Izuku if somebody was there to monitor him, in case anything did happen and they couldn't find him or reach him. This being where David's shield and Melissa's shield did move into the house. Now, with these two comes along a few things. And because of Deku's recent public reveal to people, where they show his face, yeah, Deku had to switch things up a bit. With some advice from Midnight buying him hair dyes, and Deku talking with the first user, Deku decided to try and warm up a bit to his old self, dyeing his hair white and looking very similar to Yoichi Shigaraki. Now, with that being said, we do actually have the 2 weeks between classes. Or if I remember correctly, the 1 week of school, then the 2 weeks for Yui to take a break. Now, with that, we do actually have Deku. In this amount of time, he does continue his training, and just keep up on some regular routines. Now, Deku, he still is finding it to be quite strange. He doesn't really feel all that different. Yet he has started to notice a few things. His personality shifted quite a bit from last year. Bakugo does seem to hardly recognize him anymore, since he's once walked past him in the hallway, and all he did was just partially cover the lower part of his face, and Bakugo didn't really bat an eye to him. Now, there's also the fact that Deku, he's had a few of these episodes where he does see former memories. Now, David, he has caught Deku in the middle of one of these. However, he didn't realize that it was happening until Deku, not only did he come back, but he also did at least have a nosebleed. Now, it was very strange to him. And even Melissa did find it to be quite strange. So all of a sudden he's looking off in a daze, and then he just starts to pay attention again and his nose is bleeding. There's something wrong there. It must be part of his condition. Now, with that, we actually do have Deku, who he's sleeping tonight and actually going over a few of his memories. Now, we currently do have back in the past with Yoichi and Seiso Shigaraki. Now, Yoichi, he's trying to get his brother to go to therapy, and it is somewhat strange and difficult. Now, Yoichi, he believes that his brother, he's going through very, very traumatic events, and that for right now, with apparently the mental bombardment his quirk does take on sometimes, he's noticed a few things. He's noticed that his brother doesn't seem to be himself sometimes. It's as if there's somebody else in there at the wheel. And sometimes it does frighten him. He's tried talking to his brother about one of his favorite subjects. However, his brother didn't really seem to care about it at all. His brother didn't like his favorite food anymore. His brother liked this color now. His brother had these interests in mind instead of these ones. A complete 180 personality switch is what he's seen. And it doesn't make sense to him at all. His brother wanted to help his people, the people with quirks, as he does call them, live and fit into society. However, lately his interest, they've turned to somewhat dominating the society, or taking it over. And he doesn't exactly know how this did happen. He knows that his brother's been through traumatic things, especially since he's gone through more instances where he's taken and given quirks. So, he believes that his brother has gone or done way too much in a short period of time. So he needs to take a break and stop. Now, Deku, he is reliving this memory as he's tossing and turning in bed, where you do actually have Yoshi and Seiso. Okay, Seiso, you need to talk to the counselor, okay? I understand, but I think I'll be okay. Seiso, you were screaming last night in your sleep. Along with that, do you remember what you said? Not really, no. Do you remember what your dream was about? Him just shaking his head no. Are you sure? Yeah, I don't know what it was. Okay, I understand that. But I've heard a few things on the news. I've heard a few things from some of your friends. Okay? They're worried about you too. So, as your brother, just try out a session, okay? Okay. Good. Okay? The doctor will let me know exactly if you were alright or if you aren't. She won't, however, tell me what you speak about. Okay? Perhaps. Okay, good. Now, I'm gonna go, okay? I'll just be right outside. If you do need to talk to me, I'll just be on the other side of that wall. Doctor, do you think that I could stay? I'm sorry, Mr. Shigaraki. That would not be allowed. Doctor-patient confidentiality, I hope you understand. It's fine, but please, take care of my brother. Ever since Mom and Dad were all we really have, I don't want to lose him. I understand, Mr. Shigaraki. I'll do exactly as I believe will be helpful, and I'll do my best. You have that promise as a medical professional in my particular field. Thank you. Now, Yoshi would go to leave, as Seiso and the doctor are both left there. Now, we do actually have where Deku, his dream, does actually cut short, as he is going to jump up out of his bed. Now, Deku, he's just trying to think. He's had that same dream again, except it cuts there. Exactly what happened? It doesn't make sense. Now, Deku does get up and go to walk to the kitchen. Now, as Deku does walk into the kitchen, he does get a glass of water, where we actually have where he does just think about everything. The first user popping up and Deku looking to see the man. Oh good, Yoshi, you're here. Yeah, we're always here. We don't really have a need to sleep, but we do give you your privacy. However, your nightmare. What was it? So you peeked on me? No, it's just your mental state whenever you woke up. I'm seen that before. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. You might be me, but I don't know if you can give me any information on it. I keep having the same dream. We're taking him to a doctor, a therapist. Now, Deku does continue talking. As you actually over somebody, they did hear the commotion in Deku's room. And whenever he did get out of bed, they actually did follow him downstairs. Now, we do actually have Melissa Shield, who she's sneaking her way downstairs and actually at least does hear the conversation in the kitchen. As she does believe that somebody is in there with Deku. However, it's kind of strange since he only does hear one voice. Okay, so this is the dream. We took him to a therapist. We tried to get him help. We talked to the doctor, and we leave. So what happened next? Really? Okay, I follow. I get it's a complicated story, but I want to hear it. Maybe that will help me with my dream. I can continue it, or maybe even just stop having it altogether. I swear. These dreams, they're annoying. I started having them when I noticed that my head, I don't have as many episodes, but at the same time I'm losing sleep over it. Do you really think that it's possible that I'm not gonna die? Hmm? I mean, Yoshi, I'm aware my time might be ticking down, and honestly, it scares me. The day I woke up in the hospital, the day the doctors told me I had a brain condition and I was gonna die, I cried myself to sleep so many times, just thinking about what would happen to me at home. I was able to keep busy with training and just the idea that we could take him out, we can bring him down. But at the same time, I'm scared. Now, Melissa does hear Deku's strange personality shift. He's usually so emotionless, but right now he's showing he's scared. Whoever's in there is, well, they must know him pretty well. If he's expressing these feelings to them. Now, Melissa she does just sit down by the stairs. As we actually do have for Deku, he does continue talking. Yoichi does understand Deku. The fact that the boy is so young and learning so much already, along with that, what he's already been through and his experiences, it's understandable. The boy, he has, as you could say, cleaned out his closet. He's trying to clean up a mess that was created because of him. And he's using his time that he does have left. So, in a way, he is responsible for ending this boy's life. He is a killer. However, this boy doesn't hold him in any ill will, since it's not really his fault, but at the same time it is. Yoichi doesn't know how to feel about this. And there actually is Deku. He does talk about how there wasn't really very much he wanted to do with his life. Just be a hero and save people. But if he's going to die after saving a lot of people, then he can live with that. He can live with the fact that his hero career, it basically is non-existent. It ends prematurely. The fact that he's on the news already enough is something that he does actually somewhat enjoy. However, he doesn't want to make people sad whenever he does die. Now, those words actually do somewhat strike a chord with Melissa. He doesn't want to get close to people because he doesn't want to make them sad. Now, she was actually going to stand up and walk up the stairs, turning around and walking her way towards the kitchen. Her walking as Deku, he does actually look up to see her. Melissa, hi. Sorry, did I wake you up? No, you're fine. Where's the other person? Huh? What are you talking about? Hmm? There was another person here. You were talking to them. Now, Deku did just look and swing his head that direction, to his right. Him having his eyes go past the visage of Yoichi and towards the back door. Oh, there's no one here. I don't understand. Um, what do you mean? You were talking to somebody. Yeah, I was. Myself. Hmm? Okay, I don't understand you. What do you mean? This. You're you're acting. It's crappy now that I see it. What do you want from me, Melissa? You don't want people to be sad. But that's just it. You've already gotten close to people. Hmm? You lived your life. You were, what, 15? Your parents, your friends, All Might, my father, Sarada, and everybody else in UA staff. You spend time with them. Now, Deku does look towards Melissa, as she does just express to Deku that he already has friends and connections, and he's just giving up so easily on life. Melissa, you don't understand. My condition is not one that can be. I don't understand. That's why we can research it. We can figure it out. Now, she just start walking closer and closer to Deku. Her walking around the island that's in the kitchen and going to walk closer towards him, talking about how his condition isn't so bad. There have been worse before, but with how science has progressed, it's not so. Melissa, just shut up. Hmm? Now, just take a step backwards. As Deku does look up towards her and tell her that his condition is unique, and that's just it. The fact that he's still alive now shows that it can't get better. It's a miracle he's lasted this long. Hmm? Melissa, my condition, it's more unique than you think. How would you feel if you were a ghost living in the future? Hmm? What? Never mind. I'm gonna go for a walk to clear my head. Just leave me alone. Now, Melissa watches Deku does actually go and walk around the island before running towards the front door. Now, she just stand there in the kitchen and think. Whoever he was talking to, was it on the phone? No, he wasn't carrying a phone in his hand. But at the same time, he was just standing right here and he was looking right in front of him. Hmm? Does. I don't understand this. What is wrong with this guy? Now, Melissa does at least try to go after Deku, as Deku does continue walking. Now, Deku he actually does turn his head and look behind him, saying that Melissa should follow him outside. Now, with that being said, Deku, yeah, he does just try to clear his mind. However, Melissa does want to catch up and actually try to talk with him, try and figure out exactly if he's okay or not. Now, with that being said, we will actually cut back to the past with All for One's therapy session, or Say So. Now, this is where Yoshi does walk back into the room, and he does actually ask the doctor if his brother is okay. Hmm? Well, her going to pull up her notes and look over many of them. From what I'm seeing here, he does have and possess some traumatic events. From what I can tell, he does retain certain knowledge of quirks. He does take and give. Hmm? Really? Yes. And I believe that with time that knowledge will fade. And it should pass. However, the usage of his quirk is also somewhat vaguely concerning. What? Yes, as you so call them, quirks or mutations, her bring her hand up and doing emphasis, or bring her two fingers up and going to put them down, in air quotes. They're particularly strange. Your brother seems to take on memories of these quirk users, if you do so want to be as to bold. And I believe that your brother, he himself believes that he might be certain people. Really? Yes. I would keep a close eye on him. Stay around him at all times, and if possible, give him some breathing room whenever you do see that he's stressing out. Breathing room when he's stressing out? Yes. It may be best, as to not confuse him. Alright, I can try. Now, Yoichi would go to leave, as the doctor does bring the pen up to her mouth and somewhat just smile, thinking that with a mentally unstable psychopath with powers, maybe she can get on top. Maybe she can enter this little competition for the changing world. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.